Alright, so to start off, I'm going to show you how to register an account with Epic Games and how to download and install the engine. So by the end of this lecture, we should have the software up and running and be ready to dive right into actually learning about it in the next lecture. So first, open a web browser and then go to unrealengine.com. Next, click on the blue button in the upper right corner of the page that says Download. In order to download and install the engine, you will first need to install the Epic Games Launcher. So scroll down and click on the Download Launcher button. This will download a .msi file. Once this download is finished, run the file. Accept any security warnings that may appear, and then choose a folder path where you want to install the launcher, and then click on the Install button. Once it finishes installing, it should open automatically. The first time the launcher is run, you will be prompted to sign in with an Epic Games account or an existing third-party account. If you don't have an Epic Games account, you can create one by clicking the Sign Up link at the bottom. And then you should be taken to a page like this. So enter the country in which you reside, then enter your first and last name, and then choose a display name. This will be used if you ever decide to post on the Epic Games forums or anything like that. Then enter an email address, and choose a password to use that is at least 7 characters and contains at least one number and one letter. Then, once you have read and agreed to the terms of service, click on the checkbox indicating you have done so. And then, click on the large button that says Create Account. Then, you'll be given an end-user license agreement to read. And once you have read and agreed to it, check that checkbox indicating you have done so, and then click on the Accept button. So now, enter the email and password you provided during registration and click Sign In. So now you should be on the home screen of the Epic Games Launcher. From here, click on the Unreal Engine tab on the left, and then click on the Library tab across the top. Now, click on the yellow button with the plus sign to the right of where it says Engine Versions. And then, in the rectangular box that appears, click this drop-down arrow and select the latest version of the 5.0 branch, which at the time of this recording is 5.0.1. Then click on the Install button. Now select the folder and path where you want to install the engine, then click the Install button one last time. The launcher will now begin to download the engine. Once the download completes, the launcher will automatically install it. Once the installation is complete, there should be 2 different yellow buttons that say Launch, and clicking on either of them will launch the engine. Alright, so that will conclude the lecture on registration and installation.